13,000 adults in Monmouth County are functionally illiterate, but volunteers are making a difference one person at a time. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Rebecca Lucas, Director of the Literacy Volunteers of Monmouth County. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Talk to us about how your program works, because when we hear a number like that, 13,000 adults in one county who are functionally illiterate, it's an astounding number, but you say volunteers step in and make a big difference.
They make a huge difference. We recruit volunteers to become tutors to help other adults in Monmouth County improve their reading, writing, and conversational English skills. Most of our students are functionally illiterate, which means that they read below an 8th grade level of education, and we find that matching them with a volunteer tutor, they work with them twice a week for an hour each time, that we can increase their reading and writing skills in order for them to get a job, to improve their employability, to read to their children. Whatever their goal is, we will work with them in order for them to accomplish that goal.
So each adult comes in with a different goal.
Absolutely, and we are learner-centered, and that's the difference that we make compared to if they can get their educational reading levels up to a 6th or an 8th grade level, they can go to classes. But most of our adult students need the one-on-one in order for them to achieve their goals so that they can be taught in a classroom situation.
I would think it would be very difficult to be an adult and come to you and say, I have a difficult time reading. I am not proficient at a 4th grade or 5th grade or 6th grade level. How do you make sure that your adult volunteer tutors help that individual to feel comfortable coming in and help them feel comfortable with this process?
We provide an 18-hour training for our volunteer tutors. They have to complete the training. They have a final review, which is approved by our certified tutor trainer. We have to know that they know how adults learn and that they are committed to helping those students that they're assigned reach their goals. Some students can do this within a year. Some it takes more than 3 years. Our students go all the way from 19 to 85. I have a gentleman that is our oldest student. He is 86 years old, actually, this year, and his goal is to get his GED. And his story is phenomenal because he dropped out in the 40s to go into World War II, lied about his age. He was 15 and he went to war. He came back. He married his childhood sweetheart. He started working at Monmouth Racetrack, but he couldn't read above a 6th grade level. And he finally came to us about 10 years ago and said, I need to do this for myself, for my son, who is a college professor. And so we have had this man for 10 years, and he is making great strides. Whether he ever gets his GED, we don't know, but he is now reading at a much higher level, and he is on the computer. He is able to do some independent learning on his own.
And that's just one example, but you also have students who come to you whose first language may not be English.
Absolutely. We served students from over 39 different countries last year. We have some of those immigrants that come to us. They can read and write fluently in English, but they are in a work situation where their coworkers cannot understand them. So we are providing conversational English skills to that level, as well as to the immigrants who come into our country that are illiterate in their own language. They need to learn English in order to be part of their communities, in order to help their children, and that's what we are here for. And we match our immigrants either in one-to-one tutoring venues, and we also have many ESL classes throughout the county at libraries and churches.
You're also looking for adults who want to be tutors. Talk to us about who they include.
They would include anyone who's 18 or over that has a high school education, that is willing to commit to the training and willing to take on a student for a minimum of 1 year, and they meet their student twice a week for an hour each time.
Thanks so much for being with us, Rebecca.
You're welcome.
We've been talking with Rebecca Lucas. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.